happy read for the night. Sorry it's a little late. I'm trying to get these back to the 8 o'clock read time, just so it's a little more manageable for everybody to get to. I know this is kind of for some people. So I'm trying to get this back down to like 8 o'clock. But welcome back to day 336 in a row of our 1 year Bible read. Nice to see you today. Nice to see you for today's read. And thank you for joining me. Right, so it's day 336 in a row. We only got a little while to go. It's really coming up to the end of the year. When the last month of the year, December, just started. Happy Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. You know, hope you're enjoying this month and filling it with as much love as possible for your neighbors. And it's that time. It's almost the end of the read, bro. It's the last month of the read. It's the last month of the read. It's the last month of the read, chat. It's the last month. And so I want to get this month started off with a listen. I was thinking about reading out loud. And I was like, I feel like I need to listen again today. I was like, I kept going back and forth with it. And I was like, something is making me feel like I need to listen today. Let's listen today and see what else was you listening for. Maybe I would have missed it if I would have read. Maybe I would have missed it. So I'm gonna listen, and then I'm gonna listen today again. It's pretty funny. I'm gonna listen. So I'm gonna listen, right? It's pretty funny, huh? And we're gonna do one more listen. I'm assuming. I have no idea. We'll see. We'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens. But I appreciate you for joining me. And without further ado, it's time for today's 1 year Bible read. Coming from December the 3rd, 2 days early in our read.
Chapter 11. Now then, I will reveal the truth to you. 3 more Persians will reign, to be succeeded by a 4th, far richer than the others. He will use his wealth to stir up everyone to fight against the kingdom of Greece. Then a mighty king will rise to power who will rule with great authority and accomplish everything he set out to do. But at the height of his power, his kingdom will be broken apart and divided into 4 parts. It will not be ruled by the king's descendants, nor will the kingdom hold the authority it once had, for his empire will be uprooted and given to others.
But
the king of the south will increase in power, but one of his own officials will become more powerful than he, and will rule his kingdom with great strength.
How you doing, Pam?
Some years later, an alliance will be formed between the king of the north and king of the south. The daughter of the king of the south will be given in marriage to the king of the north.
Thank you, I appreciate
to
that,
secure
Amber.
the alliance.
Appreciate that.
But she will lose her influence.
Thank you for joining the community.
And so will her father. She will be
Shout
abandoned.
out to Mia. I got a little sister named Mia.
But when one of her relatives becomes
that's a dope name.
south, he
Nice to
will
meet
raise
you,
an
Mia.
army and enter the fortress of the king of the north and defeat him. When he returns to Egypt, he will carry back their idols with him, along with priceless articles of gold and silver. For some years afterward,
Can I get a
he will leave
shout
the
out
king
to
of the
Amber?
north alone.
Nice to meet you, Amber. Thank you for
Later,
joining
the
us.
king of the north will invade the realm of the king of the south, but will soon return to his own land. However, the sons of the king of the north will assemble a mighty army that will advance like a flood and carry the battle as far as the enemy's fortress. Then, in a rage, the king of the south will rally against the vast forces assembled by the king of the north and will defeat them. After the enemy army is swept away, the king of the south will be filled with pride and will execute many thousands of his enemies. His success will be short-lived. A few years later, the king of the north will return with a fully equipped army far greater than before. At that time, there will be a general rising against the king of the south. Violent men among your own people will join them in fulfillment of this vision, but they will not succeed. Then the king of the north will come and lay siege to a fortified city and capture it. The best troops of the south will not be able to stand in the face of the onslaught. The king of the north will march onward, unopposed. None will be able to stop him. He will pause in the glorious land of Israel, intent on destroying it. He will make plans to come with the might of his entire kingdom and will form an alliance with the king of the south.
Funny name.
He will give
Nice to
him
meet you, bro.
another marriage advantage in order to overthrow the kingdom from within, but his plan will fail. After this, he will turn his attention to the coastland and conquer many cities. But a commander from another land will put an end to his insolence and cause him to retreat in shame. He will take refuge in his own fortresses, but will stumble and fall and be seen no more. His successor will send out a tax collector to maintain the royal splendor. But after a very brief reign, he will die, though not from anger or in battle. The next to come to power will be a despicable man who is not in line for royal succession. He will slip in when least expected and take over the kingdom by flattery and intrigue. Before him, great armies will be swept away, including a covenant prince. With deceitful promises, he will make various alliances. He will become strong despite having only a handful of us. Without warning, he will enter the richest areas of the land. Then he will distribute among his followers the plunder and wealth of the rich, something his predecessors had never done. He will plot the overthrow of strongholds
put me in the right place,
for only a short while. Then he will stir up his courage and raise a great army against the king of the south. The king of the south will go to battle with a mighty army, but to no avail. For there will be plots against him. His own house will cause his downfall. His army will be swept away, and many will be killed. Seeking nothing but each other's harm, these kings will plot against each other at the conference table, attempting to deceive each other. But it will make no difference, for the end will come at the appointed time. The king of the north will then return home with great riches. On the way, he will set himself against the people of the Holy Covenant, doing much damage before continuing his journey. Then, at the appointed time, he will once again invade the south, but this time the result will be different. For warships from western coastlands will scare him off, and he will withdraw and return home. But he will vent his anger against the people of the Holy Covenant and reward those who forsake the covenant. His army will take over the temple fortress.
We are 54-39 right now.
Put a stop to the daily sacrifices and set up the sacrilegious object that causes desecration. He will flatter and win over those who have violated the covenant. But the people who know the covenant will be strong and will resist him. Wise leaders will give instruction, but these teachers will die by fire and sword, or they will be jailed and robbed. During these persecutions, little help will arrive. Many who join them will not be sincere. And some of the wise will fall victim to persecution. In this way, they will be refined and cleansed and made pure until the time of the end, for the appointed time is still to come. 1 John. Dear children, don't let anyone deceive you about this. When people do what is right, it shows that they are righteous, even as Christ is righteous. But when people keep on sinning, it shows that they belong to the devil, who has been sinning since the beginning. But the Son of God came to destroy the works of the devil. Those who have been born into God's family do not make a practice of sinning, because God's life is in them. So they can't keep on sinning because they are children of God. So now we can tell who are children of God and who are children of the devil. Anyone who does not live righteously and does not love other believers does not belong to God. Love one another. This is the message you have heard from the beginning. We should love one another. We must not be like Cain, who belonged to the evil one and killed his brother. And why did he kill him? Because Cain had been doing what was evil, and his brother had been what was righteous. So don't be surprised, dear brothers and sisters, if the world hates you. If we love our Christian brothers and sisters, it proves that we have passed from death to life. But a person who has no love is still dead. Anyone who hates another brother or sister is really a murderer at heart. You know that murderers don't have eternal life within them. We know what real love is because Jesus gave up his life for us.
God is.
So we all ought to give up our lives for our brothers and sisters.
I'm really loving these listening rates.
If someone has enough money to live well and sees a brother or sister in need, but shows no compassion,
I'm really liking
how can God's love be in that person? Dear children, let's not say that we love each other. Let us show the truth by our actions. Our actions will show that we belong to the truth. So we will be confident when we stand before God. Even if we feel guilty, God is greater than ours and he knows everything. Dear friends, if we don't feel guilty, we come to God with bold confidence. and we will receive from him whatever we ask, because we obey him and do the things that please him. And this is a commandment. We must believe in the name of his Son, Jesus Christ, and love one another, just as he commanded us. Those who obey God's commandments remain in fellowship with him, and he with them. And we know he lives in us, because the Spirit he gave us.
I just turned 28 this year.
Psalm 122. I was glad when they said to me, "Let us go to the house of the Lord." And now here we are, outside your gates, O Jerusalem. Jerusalem is a well-built city. Its seamless walls cannot be breached. All the tribes of Israel, the Lord's people, make their pilgrimage here. They come to give thanks to the name of the Lord as the law requires of Israel. Here stand the thrones where judgment is given.
Thank you for
the
chatting in the
thrones of
chat.
the
Thank
dynasty
you for
of
sitting through
David.
pretty much the whole stream.
Pray for peace in
I
Jerusalem.
appreciate that.
May all who love this city prosper. O Jerusalem, may there be peace within your walls and prosperity in your palaces. For the sake of my family and friends, I will say, may you have peace. For the sake of the house of the Lord our God, I will seek what is best for you, O Jerusalem. From Proverbs, chapter 29. Whoever stubbornly refuses to accept criticism will suddenly be destroyed beyond recovery. December 4.
And yo, what's up? What's up, Brain? Where is this in Germany? What's up, Myrna? Oh, you're Amber. What's up, Amber? You got multiple accounts? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Nice to meet you. Nice to see you. That's the end of the day's 1 year Bible read. That was day 336 in a row of our 1 year Bible read. We did another listening read today. I'm really vibing with the listening reads. You guys are enjoying. No problem. I hope you guys are enjoying the listening reads. I really am. It really brings me back to when I was a kid in church, listening to my granddad preach. And just in like, in real time, it just feels like God is talking to you. There's opportunity right then and right there to like hold on to something you're trying to let go of, or let go of it. And I don't know how else to explain it, to be honest. And I really think that's why I was debating on doing another listening read or a regular read again today. Because I just feel like I'm making, I feel like it just feels like home. I don't have any other word to for it. Feels like home. Kinda, you know? Yeah, I don't know. But, that's another 1 year Bible read, you know? But now it's time for prayer. It's time for our prayer section of today's read. And let's get into it. So let's break down prayer structure really quickly. So prayer structure is how we break it down here on this channel. And this chat is one, the first big part of it is honesty, right? So we want to be honest. And the main reason for being honest is you can't find God, right? If you think about what God is, right? You think about that God is everything, everywhere, all at once. Then you would automatically know that God knows absolutely everything that happens in every situation. There's absolutely nothing you can hide from God, right? So if you're going to be, if you're going to be attempting to do that, you know, it's like pointless. You know, it's like genuinely pointless. The first main reason for prayer is, you know, we're practicing with somebody we can't hide anything from, and also somebody that's not going to tell our business to nobody else, right? God not going to go gossip about your business to nobody else. There's nobody for God to gossip about your business too, right? So, and you know, not going to judge you, right? So, and the second part is, God told us to release our burdens. It doesn't make us stronger to hold on to our burdens. It actually makes us weaker to hold on to our burdens. A weak person doesn't know how to let go of things. And A strong person knows that it's better to let go of things. So, some things, just it's just time to let go of those things, right? That's what a person knows. Um, so God has called us to release our burden. So how do we do that? Through honesty. So we tell the truth to God and to ourselves, right? If it's not doing what it needs to be doing, if it's not moving us in a godly way, if it's making us hurt our neighbors or making us hurt our family members or our friends or relatives or somebody we are close to in life, then we might as well stop doing that. And three, um, you'll feel so much better afterwards, right? You'll feel so much better afterwards. So, um, let's remember God is our closest friend, our closest confidant, and God is our business, and God told us to let go of our burden, makes us stronger when we decide to let go of those things. And lastly, you're going to feel so much better when you practice this and do this more often, right? So let's get it into today's prayer. Let's put our words into practice. Faith with no works is useless. So time for the works. Time for some prayer, right? You heard me say, Mom. You don't have to say whatever I'm saying. You feel me? You can say whatever you want to say. You need to be honest about it. You don't have to tell me about it. I don't need to know. It's not my business. This is just me trying to get you to realize that you can talk to God for yourself. You don't need me. You don't need nobody else to talk to God for you. All right? So, I'm going to close my eyes and get into my prayer. The computer went to sleep. God, I want to say thank you for another day. I want to say thank you for bringing me here, putting me in this position to sit in this chair. Not just for this, but in all the other ways that I'm here in this chair for. I want to thank you for helping me and guiding me to be who I am today and who you expect me to be. I know I still make mistakes, and I know you still are looking for more out of me and for me to be better. And I just want to say thank you for being graceful with me, having patience with me, and keeping your favor in my life. I couldn't do it without you, and I know where my help comes from. It comes from you, and I'm extremely grateful for that. And now, I was in my prayer for my family and my generations to come. So God, thank you for your generational wisdom and application of generational wisdom. God, I also thank you for your generational clarity, application of your generational clarity. I say thank you for your generational discernment and application of your generational discernment. I say thank you for your generational love and application of your generational love. I say thank you for your generational care and application of generational care. I say thank you for your favor and application of generational favor. I say thank you for your generational joy and application of your generational joy. I say thank you for your generational protection and application of your generational protection. I say thank you for generational peace and application of generational peace. I say thank you for generational prosperity and application of generational prosperity. I say thank you for generational fairness and application of generational fairness. I'll say thank you for holding my hand and my generation coming in, God. I say thank you for the application of you holding my hand and my generation coming in, God. I say thank you for forgiving my sins and my generation coming sins, God. I say thank you for the application of you forgiving my sins and my generation coming sins, God. And I say thank you for your forgiveness and application of your forgiveness. I'll say thank you for your generational grace and application of generational grace. I also thank you for generational wealth and application of generational wealth. And God, I also thank you for the application. I don't say thank you for your generational kingdom and the application of your, I added a couple of things that kind of threw me off a bit, but you already know, you know how we are, I just I want to say thank you. I really truly couldn't do without you. And, I'm appreciative of everything and all the steps and all the ways that's brought me to this place right now. I couldn't have done it, without you in my life. So I'm just grateful for that. So in Jesus' name, amen, amen. Thank you as always. And now turn to my neighbor and tell him we love him. My neighbor, I love you over here. My neighbor, I love you over here too. Hey, what's up, Andres? What's up, Andres? How you doing? You caught the very end of the stream. Oh man. What's up with you, Stanley? Good to see you, Stanley. Welcome to the stream. To wrap up today's stream, you give me 1 second. Hey, no problem. You just gotta be honest. You just gotta be honest. God ain't gonna judge us. He ain't gonna tell nobody. He can't tell nobody your business. You can't tell nobody. He can't tell nobody. You too, man. You can't tell nobody your business. So, so you tell God anything. And you close the door. He say close the door behind you, right? Um, don't nobody gotta be, don't nobody gotta be in a room with you. You just tell them everything. You gotta go back and tell everybody else what you prayed about. None of that. You just tell to them. And then move forward and then realize it's no longer in your hands anymore. Now it's no longer in your hands, and that's a good thing, because you ain't gotta stress about it no more. It's no longer in your hands. You don't gotta stress about it no more. So that's freedom. That's freedom. That's freedom. That's the freedom that God gives, because he take care of it. You ain't gotta do nothing. That's freedom. So break a chain. Hey, break every chain. Hey, all the shackles that were put on our minds that made us believe that God didn't love, that God don't love us, and we got to do all these things to please God. We already aren't God's children. No, we're breaking all the chains and all the shackles of the things that made us believe those things. Those things are not true. We were already God's children. We came here already preordained and already ready for all of God's blessings. There was nothing we needed to do to receive God's blessings. Every chain, that shackle, that try to take our mind away from us, everything that tries to steal our joy, it is gone. Because none of those things were ever true. So all the chains, they just keep telling God the truth every day. They're gonna keep falling off. They're gonna keep falling off, right? So, so just keep on telling the truth. That's it. That's what I got for you. Keep on telling the truth. That's it. You ain't gotta tell nobody else. You just gotta tell the truth. I ain't say go to some stranger and tell them all your business. I'm saying just tell God the truth. That's it. That's it. He give you some things to do. You have some things to practice on and work on, and then you'll feel better. But you got to do the works. You got to have the hand do the work. So when God gives you the things to do, you got to do them. When God gives you the things to do, they might seem strange because they might not seem like things you're used to doing. Because you got to change, and that's it. You got to change, and that's it, and that's okay. It's okay to change. Be open to it, and be ready for it because you asked for it. So when the blessing arrives, remember that you asked for this. Remember that you asked for this, and that's it. All right, and that's how we're gonna end today's one. Hey, as I always say, man, I love y'all, man. If you got a neighbor beside you, you gotta turn to him and tell him you love him, because that's mandatory. It's a part of the thing here, man. And because you appreciate them being in your life, because they don't have to be there. That's the truth. They don't gotta be there. They are there. So a hug, tell them you love them. Show them that you appreciate them being in your life right now. So hey, that ain't a big deal, is it? So and now it's time for the best outro on the internet. It's time for the best outro on the internet. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? We all got that limitless core, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad. You too, hunters. You keep being great. I got some work to do. I'm still working on it. Oh man, we all got that limitless core, baby. I appreciate you. I might even love you, but I'm for sure glad you woke up today. Thank you for joining me for another one year about to read on the Limitless Core channel and Oak Core Extended. Appreciate you. Thank you for joining me for another one year Bible read, day 336 in a row. Thank you. I truly do appreciate it. If you don't know this, your presence is the most valuable thing you have, right? So whether you spent a minute, a second, whether you spent a millisecond, or whether you've been here for a while now rocking with me doing whatever you do on the channel, your presence is really valuable. And don't let nobody tell you nothing else. That's the truth, right? So thank you. I'll be have a blessed and wonderful rest tonight, because I'm going to have a blessed and wonderful rest of mine. Peace. I'm going to see you next time. See you tomorrow for day 307 in a row of our one year Bible read. See ya. Peace. Good night. I love you. Bye. We out of here. Good night, everybody. Good night, everybody.